Right, let's see if this is working now. I have a sneaking horrible suspicion it might be an issue, but hopefully we've fixed it, at least a little bit. Let's try again. Oh, is it working? That appears to be working, hopefully. So, hopefully, we're functioning again. Let's see how well we do. Let's just go up to tie point, see around the place, and see how much that affects my CPU. Right, that appears now as if climbing a little bit, but that's not jumping anything like it used to. That's going to pivot more. Let's jump down again. Just keeping an eye on my CPU usage at the moment. If there is anyone out there, please don't hesitate to type, because I want to see if the chat is working. But for the moment, where our CPU usage was climbing through the roof, I think I found what the problem was. Right. I now know where the issue is. I don't have a powerful enough computer to do the output video recording, because it's been recorded at the same time. I don't have the power to go into that and then just snap my fingers and make a 1920 by 1080 stream. So 720 is where we have to set the limit. And the chat is working. Okay, I think I know where the problem was now. The Streamlabs may have freaked out because I didn't restart, and maybe setting the thing so high was a bit too much for Streamlabs' legs. So we'll learn from this, and we won't pressure Streamlabs into making a very powerful decision. I'm going to deliver the boat beds to the other place, so I can sleep over there if I need to. Got any? We can do bread. Don't know. I'm panicking about that stuff. Also, we need to consider doing a farm. I think it was Luke that said getting a blue sheep and a yellow sheep. I think it's getting a blue sheep and a yellow sheep. Because they obviously can breed green sheep, but I haven't seen a blue, and I think I saw one yellow sheep. So, not quite as straightforward as was hoped. Right, that'll do. So good news, we now know the stream chat works. Why the stream chat doesn't stay on screen though, I don't know. But I suppose actually, it's better that it goes after a time. Just in case we get so many messages. I doubt that's going to happen, but you never know. You can't sprint, David, you're running out of food. Ow, my eye is killing me today. Let's see, then, if I put that back up. See how that affects it. Oh, I was carrying an apple. You guys hit New York City in Minecraft? What do you mean I hit New York City in Minecraft? I've hardly even done London Bridge. There's my snap box. But hello and welcome back, Raymond. So, yeah, I figured out what the problem was. I don't know if you heard or not. So, basically, centre of the population. Yeah, as I was saying, basically, I don't know if you're here for the explanation or not, but the small problem we had was I set the video recording settings too high, and I flipped who the primary chat was, and that seemed to upset Streamlabs, and so the Streamlabs chat wasn't working on the simple point of it doesn't like me very much, and when I set it to recording very high, it was eating into my CPU. So if I want to do more, if we ever get to a point where we're at such a high level we want to do 1080p recording, either A, I have to record separately, or just record so the output is at 1080. But I think we'll keep it at 720 is perfect for now. That's enough. We don't need massively high CPU, massively high quality video. We're not doing, you know, real kind of life-changing videos. I don't think the fact that it's 720 and not 1080 is going to change the world. But if we ever do get to a point where we need to do like high graphical fidelity stuff, I need a new computer for that. But that's going to be a way off, I think. I think by the time we actually get to a point where we're big enough that people are going to complain that I've not got at 1080 for video performance, I think I'll be probably in my 30s by then, so I don't have to worry about that for now. But that seemed, when I put that right up to the max for this, what actually am I running at? Video settings, 1080, that goes up 60. How much more is that going to affect the CPU? Because it jumped to a high of 7. Now, obviously I wasn't looking on top of a mountain looking down, but it jumped to 7 and then stabilized and came back down. So my guess is that it was the upload, like the quality of the video trying to be recorded was just tanking the CPU. Which reminds me, I need to get another hard drive sometime soon. What's your take on that? Is it going to kill the job market, or do you think automation will get to it first? Hard-hitting questions. Probably both. Both are going to do damage. I mean, this is the thing. AI can do many things. For example, one thing AI can't do, it can't physically go out and build something. I'm not carrying a pickaxe, so that kind of defeats the purpose of doing that. You know, so it can't go out there and build a house, kind of thing. And when I say that, it can't drive and place a building and do, you know, and set all the things up and do that and then do this and then, you know, actually furnish a building. So no, and obviously I know that automation can't either. But with 3D printing, with all these things, I think a large majority of jobs will go, and I think it will be at the same time. I think, to me personally, it'll be indistinguishable what's actually killing your job. because both will be considered as options, and both will be used. So my personal belief is that you will not be able to see a difference. Not you won't be able to see a difference. You will not be able to tell whether it's AI doing it or automation. They will both slowly kill the job market. Now, will they kill the job market like that forever? Probably not. Other things will come up. There will be things people will do. Then I'll go, well, that's the thing that AI can't do. That'll be a job. That's the thing that automation can't do. That'll be a job. And it won't just be the standard trades we have now. Let's extend this wall out a bit. Carrying an axe, why don't you use it? Oh. What do you think, Raymond? What would your opinion be on that situation? I'm asking a lot from my opinion. What's yours? And if there is anyone else out there who wants to... You have stuff for me. What stuff do I have for you? Yeah, if there's anyone else out there who wants to throw in your 10 cents, and that can even be, David, shut up about things you don't know about, feel free. But... Yeah, what do you mean, Raymond? I have stuff for you. What stuff? Oh wait, here, we'll make one more bed. Do we need to make a bed? Hard whacking questions. No. I'm not going on another witch hunt for cactus. Don't do that. Off the top of my head right now, no, I don't have hard-hitting questions for you. But I can think some up as we go along. But as I was saying, what's your opinion? What do you think is going to do the job market in first? Let's have a quick look. Not going that far. We've got time. As long as I don't go too far. I think AI and automation will create more jobs in technology because of maintenance. I think so. Though I think that the wages that current technicians... Obviously, I don't know too much about that sector, but the current one that skilled technicians would argue they're allowed, I think will go down. Because while they'll be required more, there will be more people going for those jobs. Right, that's getting laggy for me now. So we'll do, let's say, 18 chunks. No, 16 chunks. Simulate half the distance of the render. See if that helps at all. Made no difference. That is really becoming Sideshow-esque. Why is it becoming Sideshow-esque? Because that's Minecraft doing that. That's not... Apparently around here, the frames seem to really die off, so let's not go over there. See, now it smooths out again, so that was strange. Apparently looking at the ocean is too much for this game. Alright, let's change that as well. Video settings. Let's render 24 chunks. There we go. Video settings, graphics can be... Let's do fast. See if that helps at all. What's the difference between fancy and fast then? Fancy. Oops. And nope. Fabulous. Fast. Wait, one more time, because fancy. And then fast. Anyone seeing any dramatic changes? Because I'm not. The water was what I was looking at, because generally that's where you can generally tell, because the water generally it's done less well. What was the question? What's more of a risk to trade, climate-related issues, or political headwinds like tariffs and military conflicts? Both. Generally, I would say on that argument, politics. Also, did that pop up on the stream? I didn't see for a second. I was too busy looking at something else. I would say politics, because the climate stuff takes longer, and generally stuff changes quite quickly. And when it does that affects everything a bit more. It did. Okay, good. I wasn't paying much attention. I was a bit more concerned about why my frames all of a sudden were like dying off like that, so. Obviously both will have an effect, but I think probably because politics can do a lot more damage in the short term kind of thing. Politics, diplomacy and military stuff will always do more damage in the short term. You're always going to see more of an effect on that than you will with the climate. Nope. Get in the door first before you do that. Right. What was I going to say? But yeah, anyway, Raymond, you haven't answered the question I asked you. You did answer it, didn't you? Yeah. Sorry, I'm off in the distance. I'm going mad. So I thought I'd ask you a different question, but I hadn't. And I thought you hadn't answered the AI one. We'll get started on... Let's build the basics of a farm. How much longer have we got left in the day? I'm slowly going a bit nuts at the moment, so just give me a minute. But what do you think the global economy would look like in 10 years then, Raymond? Because I think at the moment, the global economy irrespective of... I think we're not going to see a recovery from issues even this year by 2035. I think we'll still be reeling from the effects of it. I say for my own question I'll answer both, because with certain items I'd like to see it with climate, like coffee and fruits and bee related stuff. Yeah. Make a very fair point with that. Yeah, okay. You make a very fair point. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I think for the world economy, if you want to remove the stuff from 2025, whether you want to add that in or not, it's up to you. I don't think, personally, we will have recovered from the stuff that happened 2020 through to, let's say, really, excuse me, beginning of 2023, or beginning to mid 2022. I think that has set us up on a catalyst for where we are now, and I think that will set us up for the catalyst on where we will be in 10 years' time. I think if we're all still around in 10 years' time and we come back to this later, I think we will still be saying that it was... Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one, Raymond. I think that we're still in a position as to say we have not recovered from 2020 through 2022, and whether you want to say that it got worse because of what's happened now or it improved, I think also that will be country by country. Everyone was hit hard in 2020 to 2022, and other countries were hit for prolonged time. Whether your country recovers more quickly will be seen to be improving, will be seen, and again I think it'll be on a country by country basis. I have points which you and I can discuss at the Discord, Raymond. I'm not going to discuss them on here, as to how a situation is being set for improving some countries' economies, and that will be at the detriment of others. Do you know what? Nah, I'm just going to go cut down some trees. I was going to go off in search of cactus because I'm still really irritated I can't find it. But nah, we'll just do the trees and then we'll go home. That's your opinion. I know there'll be people that I don't think they're watching here, but there'll be people who will have a very stern disagreement with you on that one. It's the same argument I can have in this country with people over certain political parties on how they're ruining the country compared to how others would save it. And a point I often bring up with that is that when they will criticise things for what one group will do, they'll then say, well, you can't criticise this other group for these things because they're not in power. And as happened here recently, people are already complaining about what the current party is doing, current situation, all that stuff, and they're blaming, they're saying all these things, and I don't agree with the approach the current government has taken in saying what they're taking over. It's true, but you can't keep using the same excuse forever, because you will end up with people going, yeah, you're just using the same old nonsense excuse. But to add to that, and this is my usual thing to that, is that you'll have the same people that will be complaining that the current government complained too much about, saying too much of what the previous government left them with. You then will have, let's get that dog. Didn't bring any bones in the. I'll come back for the thing. We've got time. You'll then have it must be remembered that the previous government before this one would blame the governments previous to them for their same problems, and they went back, well, by the time they were coming out, nearly a decade and a half. Quickly before I read out your message, Raymond, I will add to this as well. I personally, and this is the first and last thing I'm going to say on my current beliefs with the current party situation we've got in this country, I don't believe that the one that's fast becoming the most popular, that they will actually do anything good for this country. That is like the last time I will make a hard and fast statement on politics in this country in the current moment. As to what it is, I personally do not believe that the current party setting itself up to be opposition will do anything good for the country. I think that they'll come in with popular slogans, and it won't go anywhere from there. If anything, it'll get worse because it will be the slogans they'll shout the loudest. And then when they get it in, it's everything else they've got in their manifesto that nobody actually read that will be what we worry about. But the only thing, I don't think Ukraine will recover from the Russian war, in my opinion. That's a hard one to say. Trying to think off the top of my head countries that got better after losing a war or being just fighting a war. I can't really think of any that like spring to mind, but excuse me. Ow! Uh-oh, no. Get out. Quick, climb. Good, you lost interest. A long answer to your question, because I'm trying to think of an appropriate way to answer. It's hard to say. There are countries that get hit very hard and then come out of it on the other side relatively intact and relatively okay. And there are other countries that seem to be doing okay and they then just collapse. So I honestly don't know. I would say it's entirely possible they could, with the situation they are in, they could recover, and at the same time I could easily understand the argument of they won't. So I'm not going to... I don't know enough to say yay or nay. A simple answer I can put there. Oh, hello, zombie. Thing is, as well, with mentioning with Ukraine and sort of thing, is will other countries in the area let them recover? Or will it be, well, you can recover, but we're going to help you, kind of thing, and it will be the situation of you'll be forever paying us back for the help that we gave you. Can I? Okay, I think I just got rejected by a dog. Let's try again. Why won't you let me love you? I thought I was about to get rejected by a dog then. This game would decide that no, I'm allowed to have no friends in this world. Other dogs? Any other dogs around here? Ah, night time. Let's not be out here when the creepy crawlies come out to play. Home and quickly. Hello. I shall call you in the name traditions of the Welsh shooters. I shall name you. I'll name when I get home. Actually, make sure we live long enough to put a name in. Yes, I know it's getting dark. Can't get out of the water that way. It's already dark. I've screwed up. Quick. Yeah, I know you're damp. Let's just climb. We're going to make it home, okay? I'm saying this to a dog that's made up of 3 blocks that are effectively... Well, 3 blocks, 1 high. That could effectively just be about 25 pixels. So... I'm already making attachments. Yes, I know. Come back to the house. Don't get hurt on the way in. Which means... Oh, he fell down a hole. Quick! Before he comes out that said hole. Thank you. In the house. Is he in the house? Is he out there? Get in the house! Oi! Where'd he go? In. How do you get dogs to come in? Where are you? Oi! In. Goodbye. Stay there. Don't you roof me again. Right. In the time-honoured tradition of the Welsh shooters, we shall name you Jeff. That's just the rule. Whenever we get a dog in any game, he'll be called Jeff. Don't know what we're going to do when we come across a female dog, but that's a bridge. What do you want? I haven't got any food. What? Come with me, Jeff. I know where to put you. You can climb stairs, right? Jeff? Jeff? I would have gotten a cat in Minecraft. I will eventually get a cat. Don't worry. Hang on. I know how to get a cat. I think. It's... No. How do you make a fishing rod? Ow. I did back to front. We will get a cat as well. I don't know what to call a cat because I don't have a cat. You don't usually call cats Jeff. Right, Jeff. Can Jeff teleport this far up? Come on, Jeff. Hang on, if we sleep, will Jeff follow us? And how do you make a lead? That's another question. Lead. Harness. Nah. It's not a harness. What are they called? Lasso? Lead. Oh. We can make one of those right now. Nope. Do it again? Oh, I was almost there. Where'd I put the lead? Hang on. There. Lead. Follow me. Up the stairs. Come on. No, don't you no. Right, Jeff. Make a name tag as well from, can't I? Sit. Good boy. Can I make a name tag again? First things first. Name tag. How do you make name tags? Can you make name tags? Want to be the? Can't be the case of that. Book. Name. No. Tag. No. Label. Google, I need you. Because my usual encyclopedia of knowledge on how to do stuff in this game isn't here. Oh. Right, well, we'll have to do a bit of exploration then. Right, anyway, simple thing. Everyone just remember that the name of the dog upstairs is Jeff. I thought you could make name tags. Name tags? Name tags. Apparently we can't, so that's a shame. Oak planks. Might need them actually. Books can go away. Leafletter we don't need. Gonna make more sand. Right. What died over here? It died fairly recently. Oh, zombie. Not interested in zombies, but we will take skeletal stuff because we can get Jeff a friend. But first things first. Let's go to our jetty and go do some fishing. How's that sound, Raymond? And anyone else who's actually stood out there. Yes! I can't remember if it's raw fish or cooked fish used to attract what was that? Oh, saddle. Also, we need to find a jungle biome as well to find a cat, so that requires another journey of exploration. Oh, well, we lost wherever that was. A stick. Fantastic. Ick. If we catch anything there, I'll be surprised. Oh, what did we catch? Raw cod. Okay. Let's actually build, well, start building up a farm of some kind before we get too excited with the whole you know, fishing expedition. There we go. Right. Get the fence posts as well before we carry on. Whoops. To catch cat. Nope. Cat in Minecraft. Thought it was raw fish. Right, that's the last thing we're going to Google for this game, hopefully. The rest of it we can hopefully figure out. Put ladders as well. I can got trapdoors as well. No. There's nowhere near enough. I need to go and cut down a lot more trees. Put some of this stuff away because I don't need it. So probably not going to need an arrow. In a similar vein, we're probably not going to need a 64 stack of cobblestone. We're probably also not going to need a golden apple. Right, let's go chop down a forest. Oh, let's not go right now, because it's about to be night time. Put up a few trees. So. There we go. Did you eat yet? I have eaten. I had a barbecue today. Very nice. Got to take advantage of the weather while it's here. That's very. I don't want to sound like your Dan Raymond, but have you eaten today? Or yet? Excuse me. Yes. Anything good? There's me axe. There's me axe. I wonder if we cut through leftover pizza. That's one of those things where it's either always better the second day or it's terrible with leftover pizza. Generally for me, I don't leave leftover pizza kind of thing, because for me leftover pizza can be nice, or sometimes you eat it, it's like ugh. But sometimes leftover pizza can be quite good. I've only got. We need to do a bit more proper fishing before we try and attract a cat, because I know that a cat is going to look at the few morsels we brought it and go, "Cheers, human. Now go away." And also, I haven't seen any jungle biome, so this is going to be a fun one to try and find a kitten in, or cat. Yeah, cat, kitten, it's all the same to me. Other phase as well, I was supposed to do the farm and the tunnel. I've done neither so far. We'll go for another hour, and at minimum have either the farm built, for which I want to have built a state. I want to have one bit which is the stables, one bit which is the bit that is for cows. And one bit for sheep, and one bit for chickens, and so on and so on and so on. But we are just going to start with 2 of each. I think we'll aim to do the farm, because I think the tunnel could take us a rather long time. Did we get a salmon? Yeah, that's a raw cod. Okay. How much we got? We'll go into the axe breaks and then we'll go back. I don't know if I think we were talking about it before. Are there any sports you follow, Raymond? And if there is anyone else out there in the chat, if you have a favourite sports, do feel free to let me know, because there's only so much activity that's used when I'm chopping trees. NFL, nice. So I guess you're ecstatic for this year's Madden when it comes out. Someone's jostling me. It's a cat. Hello? Am I in your way? Do you want money or something? Okay. Okay, either that cat really likes the American football, likes how I smell, or was trying to kill me, and I can't quite figure out which one of those three options it was. Right, broken.